All right, chat. This game is called Combolands. It's the demo, and you can see here it's got less stuff in it. But this is one of those games that was recommended to me. Like, Vinny, I know your tastes. You're gonna love this game. I've heard it described as Balatro meets City Builder. I'm a little worried because that game Dot Age at one point I was fucking playing it like 5 hours a day. And that's not even like Balatro. There's only 3 things you need to know. Select, place buildings. Anything on a tile is considered a building, even things like forest or flowers. Have fun. Oh. So, you get money for being near herbs. This one is, you get 10 for every flower. That's an apiary. Let's throw down another herbalist. And is it a good idea to place an apiary on the beach? I don't know. Hunting Lodge triggers every 3 weeks. Plus 10 for each forest in range. Every 3 weeks. How? Oh, okay. How does this game count time? It's literally the same font. Oh, they know what they're doing. In range of other herbalist. What's that little star? There's like a star walking over there. What's going on? Isolated dwelling. Plus 1 building choice each week. There's a shop here. Finish a run with a score of at least 250 to unlock. Milestone 900. Fruit orchard. Let's do campfire. Passively provides plus 1 malt to all adjacent buildings. They're using the word malt. I see. Subtle. I wouldn't know. Triggers when any berry bush is in range. Plus 20 for each berry bush in range. Create 1 forest on a random empty tile in range if possible. It even made the ding noise. Plus 1 dice and trigger all adjacent healing. Let's do the fruit one, because we have a lot of fruit over there. Wait, that didn't work. Was that not fruit? That was berry. Oh, fuck. That was a waste. Picker's hut. It's range of berry bushes now. This run is over. Each turn counts as a week. So, I got Tiny Hamlet. What is 250, whatever that is? I don't have any removals. There is a way to remove, I just can't do it. Reduces the cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1. I don't know who these little guys are. Town Bell. Buildings adjacent to Town Bell have plus 1 range. Well, crop adjacent to well grow in 1 week. Those are people? They look like stars. Oh, that's a human. Plateau. Neutral rare. Counts as ground. Can be built over. That looks like shit, though. Watchtower is uncommon. Plus 10 for each nature in range. Whoa. Numbers going up. Grows, transforms in 3 weeks, and then triggers 1 reroll and 1 removal. This is as loud as I can make the game, by the way. It's just inherently low. It's weird. Hunting lodge for forests. Forests. Just trying to grow some cropolage. Harvest all crop in range, transforming them back into empty fields if possible. Well, I'm not good at this yet, but it's pretty cool so far. Still can't access the shop. Gonna leave stuff. Remove all adjacent non-infrastructure. Triggers every 3 weeks. Plus 80. Remove 1 forest in range. Yeah, they're like just comboing, but it's so it's so confusing because I'm trying to figure out like what the fuck am I even doing? Okay, the fruit has returned. Okay. I'm gonna refresh this one. Reduces the cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1, right? Okay, so... maybe the woodcutter? What did I do to Binyat Bot? I have no idea. I'm sorry, Chad. I didn't take him out back. Buildings adjacent to Town Bell have plus 1 range. Okay, I need 2,000 in 3 weeks. Stone Lantern. Triggers whenever nature is created adjacent. Nature has to be created. It's interesting. I don't know if that's going to help me right now, but... provides plus 1 mult to all adjacent buildings. Could probably use that right about now. These are, I think, the ashes of a campfire. I don't think I need that anymore, so I could probably get rid of those. Okay. Gardener's Cottage. Triggers every 5 weeks. Create a copy of one adjacent nature on random empty tile in range. What happened? Okay. Small heirloom chest. Let me in! When a building is created on sand, give it plus 0.5 mult. On the last week of a milestone, all buildings have plus 1 mult, and heirloom plus 1 week per milestone. You know what? I'll get the sundial. That sounds fun. 3,000 must be reached. What's going on down there? Scarecrow. Triggers every 5 weeks. Plus 30 for each farm in range. It's like a thing is building over there. Sunflower fields. This one is uncommon. Grows in 3 weeks, then triggers every 3 weeks. Grove. Rare. Triggers every 3 weeks. Can only be created adjacent to a forest. Will you be selling unsold tour merch on the merch site? Eventually, yeah. Thanks everybody that grabbed something, by the way. It actually helped a lot. We're still calculating everything, but it was really helpful. So thank you. Build a garden here because the stone lantern will combo with that. Only 3 weeks remain. I feel like I'm playing fucking Majora's Mask. Large plus 10 for each forest and range. We kind of already have a couple of these. We don't want that. Reduces cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1. That work on a farm? Guess we'll find out. Forester Picker's Hut for berries. Got one of those already, but there's some here too. 1 week remaining. Fruit. Do we even have any fruit? There's no fruit. Oh man, I need something amazing. Scaffolding. Any building created on scaffolding gains plus 0.75 mult. That would be great if it wasn't now. Failed to reach target plus 1 extra week. Thanks. Come on. Come on. I think this run is chopped, as they say. No, it's still winning, I guess. I barely understand what's happening, but... The clock, it tells you how many extra weeks you have. Oh, I see, I see. Plow. The next 5 agricultural buildings have no range placement restrictions. Woodcutters and Forester affect an additional target. And Pearl triggers whenever a building is transformed. Shop won't open until after this run. Next 5 agricultural buildings. Let's do Lumber Axe. I need 4,500. Granary. Harvest all crop in range, transforming them back into empty fields if possible. don't get it. I don't get it! Wall. Any tile inside an enclosed area of wall gains +3 mult. Does not connect diagonal. You may place up to 6 wall. Wow. How's that fucking work? I need to place this near crop. This is too much for my dumb brain. This feels like a game that would be, it would be fantastic once it clicks. That happened to me with, like, a number of my favorite games where I just am miserable and don't understand anything, and then I'm like, oh. I'm like that dude from last night's video with the toilets. He was like, oh. Against the storm, yeah, man. Exactly. Remove all adjacent non-infrastructure. Why would I want to do that, though? I guess at some point... At some point it would make sense. Buildings adjacent to this have +1 range. Let's do a range of another sunflower field. What about wheat? Fruit orchard. This was needed at some point. 1 week left. Oh, fuck. Okay, we're gonna use the extra weeks. Why is there an Among Us in the middle of your island? You have brain rot. And also, you're right. +1 extra week. There goes the weeks. I thought that said Taco Bell. It didn't. Defeat. Well, I unlocked the store. I'm gonna do one more run. I don't fully understand what I'm, like, supposed to do yet 100%, but, things unlock as you go, so the dopamine hits are definitely frequent. You may now spend egg in shop. Right. Alright. And there's a lot of stuff not available in the demo. The game comes out next week, though, and honestly, there's a part of me that just wanted to try this now. Just to see if, you know, it's something I should waste time on. Because also, maybe I don't want to get addicted to this. Select guilds? Frontier is concerned with nature and healing and husbandry and sacred. Okay. Part of the field watchers. This is the map this time. Oh, man. Alright, let's place some berries. So this is, the berries grow in 4 weeks, and then the berry pickers pick them. So the hunting lodge, I'm gonna try to understand this a little bit better this time. The hunting lodge, plus 10 for each forest in range and triggers every 3 weeks. Simple. Apiaries for flowers. Herbalist is for herbs in range. Then you have, the forest thing again. More herbs. Listen, I say herbs. I know over in England, in jolly old England, everybody says herbs. Two weeks early. So if you complete your objective early, you get stuff. Woodcutter and forester affect an additional target. Whenever any building scores plus 20 for each empty heirloom slot. All gem gain plus 2 malt. Forest counts as frontier. Let's just improve the apiary. Crop adjacent to well grow in 1 week. So I want that there, right? And I want this well near other crop. Here's fruit. Fruit! Right? Oh, look at this. Farmyard. Plus 30 for each adjacent empty ground. Creates manure on a random empty adjacent ground. Can I use that? Guess we'll just use that. Completed very early. I'm gonna get another heirloom chest. Are you winning, Vinny? I don't really know. Sunflower field and apiary have no range placement restriction. Triggers whenever a building is removed. Triggers whenever a building is transformed. Buildings created without being adjacent to anything else gain +1 malt. I wonder if that counts retroactively. It may not. Ranch. Triggers every 4 weeks. Plus 40 for each husbandry in range. The fuck is a husbandry? Create... Oh. Gardener's cottage. Create a copy of one adjacent nature on a random empty tile. So I guess I could, if I did this, I could do this, and that would increase the flowers and the herbs. In range of other ranch. Let's see, so that's too much husbandry. Fuck it, more manure. Buildings adjacent to Town Bell have +1 range. Berries. Probably want to pick those berries. Okay. Woodcutter. +80 and remove 1 forest in range. That's the problem, is the removing. So we have to also, you know, create. So I'm going to get some plateaus so we can create more forest. I think this is right. I can see the addiction setting in. Reduces cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1. If I put that next to there, that'll trigger every 3 weeks. Yeah, we gotta replenish the stock. You know what this island needs? A giant billboard. I don't get it. Can you add Moglins? Yeah, they're in there. Don't worry. They're added in the next patch. Whenever a milestone is completed, gain 4 extra. Yeah, let's open a treasure chest instead. +1 week per milestone. Buildings passively have +0.5 malt or fertilizer. Let's do that one for the +5 malt. Next milestone, 2000. Pooping up this whole area here. Okay, this will create nature, so I need this. That should replenish the forests. Fuck it. More poop. Manure strats. Wait, does this continue to chop down trees? Every 3 weeks, right? Okay. Shaman. Triggers whenever another building in range gains a reroll. +30 for each frontier in range. I think when you... That only happens when you place it. I don't know. I don't know, chat. I have to place this near an apiary, and it does better. That looks like a combo meter to me. Holy fuck, Lois. We have full, but who knows, maybe there's better stuff. Whenever any building scores plus 20 for each empty, we can't use that. The first building created each milestone gains plus 5 molt. Heirloom common buildings have passively plus 4. All gem gain plus 2. I don't have any of those. Alright, 3,000 is the goal now. I'm going to place down a, another one of these so we can grow more flowers. Maybe. Whoa. Whoa, the shaman. Holy crap. Oh. Wheat field. We probably want that, because that's good next to the shaman. Creates one forest on a random empty tile in range if possible. Definitely want that. Is this woodcutter? Oh, the woodcutter is doing a lot of... Well, it's doing a lot of wood cutting. Watchtower. Does this trigger every time? Triggers only when created. So this is like kind of one of those things where you just get like a boost, but you're not gonna... You're not gonna get a ton of benefit from that long term. Bookshelf. Tome are wild and affect every category. What do you mean, tome? I guess I could place that on the beach. That should increase the earnings of this, the husbandry pit or whatever. Oh, the dopamine is hitting. Railway! Any tile adjacent to railway is considered adjacent to all connected railway. Like... What? That's what you use to make combos, but where do I place it? Next to any tile that affects adjacent ones. You can chain to areas. Any suggestions if anyone's played this? I don't really know. I can't, like, see the matrix yet in this game. Never mind. not that great. Provides +1 mult to all buildings adjacent. Let's put that next to the shaman and see what happens. Did nothing. Placing ranches like crazy. It's working, kind of. I don't know if it's going to be diminishing returns soon, but it's working. There you go. Just farm and manure. Oh, I think I can remove the manure. I quit video games when I learned all video games are just math. Wait until you find out about life. I'll open a treasure chest. Forest counts as frontier. I still don't know. I mean, I kind of know what that means. Certain buildings use that, but... Triggers whenever a building is removed. You want that one, really. Frontier buildings have +5 mult. So this one is frontier buildings, right? This one, forest counts as frontier. I don't know. Let me get rid of this poop. I can't do anything with this, right? Triggers when removed. You get +1. Golden egg of empathy. Yeah, the poop is just like a fucking hassle. That's all it is. It's just meant to be a hassle. Throw another apiary down. Isn't poop fertilizer? It is. Can we fertilize? I don't know. In this game, I'm not sure. Fecal farming? Oh yeah, that's good. There might be a building that utilizes it later. Triggers every 5 weeks. Could be pretty good. Reduces the cooldown of adjacent buildings by 1. I need to combo on this. That counts as nature, surely. It was a field. Oh, it has to transform. I need to trigger the shaman. No, not like that. But I just have to place a thing that triggers the shaman. He loves it. All building cooldowns are reduced by 1. That's great. I don't have any gems, right? So, I mean, I'm just gonna sell that and get that. That's nuts. You can increase the speed of all the combos, but I'm gonna stick with it like this for now, so I understand what I'm, like, doing, kind of. Maybe destroy the ashes and place campfire on the shaman hut again. Yeah, and then I would need to do the reroll gather to trigger the shaman. +1 and trigger all adjacent healing. Hey, I mean, it's worth it. It's just to get that. Okay, there we go, there we go. Can only be created adjacent to forest. Triggers every 3 weeks +1 reroll. That's pretty interesting. That'll get the shaman real triggered. I'm just rage baiting the shaman? Is that what I'm doing? Well, let's fucking reduce the cooldown, then. We did, well, I mean, we did this one. We got one more thing left, and then we completed it. That's pretty cool. I still don't fully understand everything, but I'm getting it enough that I'm enjoying it, and I can tell you, I think this is going to be a good one. Just a guess. The next 5 frontier buildings have no range placement restrictions. Triggers whenever you earn 30 plus egg. I don't really want any of those. $1,300 and then we complete. Whoa, masterwork. Buildings adjacent to plaza ignore range placement restrictions. I'll place that there and then place like apiaries and stuff. Or another shaman. Scaffolding is still empty. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, now it's not. Oh man, that shaman is mauling. There we go. There we fucking go. Got it. I think we did it. Metropolis. Tannery, plus 40 for each husbandry and range. Harvester, rare. Trigger a random adjacent farm or provisioner if possible. Building upgrades can now appear in the shop or in packs. The Martial Guild revolves around remove. Categories focus on training, fortification, and healing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need to pick this up, chat. We'll leave it there for the stream, but it's addictive. It's cool. I think people are gonna dig this one. It just takes a little bit of time. You stick with it for about, I don't know, 2 runs, 30 minutes, half hour, 1 hour. I think it's going to end up grabbing a lot of people's productivity and fucking throwing them into a pit. Speaking of Project Pit, up next. Damn. Fuck, man, it's good. But it also makes me want to go back to Dot Age, but I don't have the time for that. I never will have the time for that ever again. Like 5 hours for just a little bit of progress is just too goddamn much.